our Mexico developer, Carlos Rodriguez. He is here to talk to you guys about the lots that we have in Mexico and also their new home building program, as well as, do you want to talk about the grand opening, Carlos?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, for Teacher at the Beach, as well as the new Miami office. Yay!
Yeah.
Okay, so without further ado, we'll go ahead and let Carlos get started because he's very, very busy and all over the place. So we can save the introductions and questions for later, or you guys can just pop any questions you have along the way in the chat, and I will be answering those in the background while Carlos is speaking. All right, take it away, Carlos.
Great. Thank you. Well, Latoya, Tameka, thank you. You know, it's always a pleasure. Guys, nice to know all of you. I see some names that I already know, like Shalina. Hello, Shalina. Shalina is already a client of us, so she knows everything what I'm going to say. So, guys, well, as Latoya already said, I am the director of the East Coast of Ciudad Maderas. Ciudad Maderas is the largest land company in Mexico. Okay, this Zoom, Latoya, Tameka, that team, they are doing these kind of Zooms to help us because they are our ambassadors over there. They are the representatives of our company in that area. So thank you guys for inviting me. I will share my screen so I can start with the presentation. I will try to be quick. So just a few rules. If you need to interrupt me to ask for a question, feel free to do it, okay? Because I prefer to answer the question in that moment. If I know that the answer of that question will come later, I will let you know, okay? The other thing is that if you want to write the question on the chat, I will answer them at the same time, okay? So guys, I will start. As I already told you, Ciudad Maderas is the largest land company in Mexico. It's a company that has been around since 40 years ago, okay? Since 40 years ago. And in the US, we opened our offices 3 years ago. Right now, I'm here in San Diego. We have offices here in California, in San Diego. And we also have offices in Houston. And as Latoya already said, by next month, we should have offices in Miami. So I will start telling who are we. As I already said, maybe for some of you have never heard about Ciudad Maderas, okay? But Ciudad Maderas, let me tell you who are us. In Mexico, we are super famous. We are super famous developer. I know that many of you have never heard of us because we've been only 3 years in the US. But if you see these pictures over here, you will see that we are pretty strong here in the US. We sponsor some MLB teams, such as Houston Astros and the San Diego Padres. We've been sponsoring the San Diego Padres 3 years in a row. This is our third season with them. And the Houston Astros is our first season with them, okay? So this is important because truthfully, it doesn't matter if you like the baseball or football, soccer, or NFL or NBA. It doesn't matter. The important stuff with this, I'm sorry. The important stuff with this is that you see that we are a strong company. So this picture that you are watching on your right, okay, is a picture that is in the at Petco Stadium, the stadium in San Diego. The San Diego Padres Stadium is called Petco Park. So this is a sign that is at Petco Park during the entire year. It doesn't matter if it's a concert of Taylor Swift, for saying something, or all the games, but 3 million people in the year see our sign over here. This sign has been there since 3 years ago, plus other stuff, okay? So our brand, the San Diego Padres and the Houston Astros, did a really tough due diligence to study the company before letting us sponsor them. Why? Because obviously those brands will not let another company to make a fraud or a scam to all the fans of the baseball, you know? So for example, what I'm trying to say is that all the people that is watching our brand over here and the brand over here in the field, as you can see here, this shot was taken by Fox Sports. This shot, all the people nationally watch it in TV. And this photo over here, only the people that is there watch it, okay? So what I'm trying to say is that if 3 million people go to the games each season, plus the millions and millions of people that don't go to the game in person, that they watch it by TV, we are talking of millions and millions of people in the US that see our brand. So if you have never heard about our company, don't worry, because the lawyers of the Houston Astros and the lawyers of the San Diego Padres already studied the company, and they noticed that we are a trustable company, so they let us sponsor them, okay? So that's why these images are important. Also, we have more evidence about how strong is the company. But for example, if you go to Mexico, you know that in Mexico we prefer the football soccer. So you will see teams such as this one that says Ciudad Maderas on the jersey. Other teams such as this one that also says Ciudad Maderas on the jersey. We sponsor many stadiums in Mexico, such as this one. And well, as we already said, we sponsor the MLB, okay? Even we are the first real estate company in the history that sponsor an MLB team. And we sponsor two. So for sure, we are the first real estate company in the history that sponsored two MLB teams, okay? So talking about where we are, we have 28 projects all around Mexico, okay? 28 developments, as we like to say. The smaller one of those have 4,000 lots. That's why we say that we build cities. The company, Ciudad Maderas, the name, Ciudad means city in Spanish. So we say that we build cities from the ground. Our smallest city or our smallest development has around 4,000 lots. So imagine how big are the other ones. Our biggest development has 32,000 lots. The biggest one is in Cancun. Cancun is a brand new development. We launched it, we started selling Cancun 1 year ago. Around 1.5 years ago, we already sold around 5,000 lots in this year, okay? We have offices all around Mexico, and since 3 years ago, we have our offices in San Diego, our offices in Houston, and by next month, we should have our offices in Miami, okay? So, even though that we have projects all around Mexico, our crown jewels, the most important projects that we have are on the Caribbean, on the Mexican Caribbean. These projects are in Merida City and Cancun. Obviously, I'm pretty sure that almost all of you have heard about Cancun, and I'm pretty sure, or I almost sure that almost none of you have heard about Merida. But let me tell you a little bit about this. All of you have heard before about Cancun because Cancun is a brand. The name of Cancun is a brand and is the most famous beach in the world. But what about Merida? Merida is not a brand, but all of you have heard what is inside Merida. I don't know. Let me show you this. What we have in Merida. In Merida, we have the pyramids. One of the 7 wonders of the world is there in Merida. Even almost all the pyramids, the Mayan pyramids that exist in Mexico are inside Merida. So all the people from here, San Diego, to China have heard about the pyramids in Mexico, are super famous. So if you have never heard about Merida, those pyramids are inside Merida. Okay, so what you haven't heard before is the name, because Merida is not yet a brand. Okay, but all of you have heard what is inside. So which other things are inside Merida? In Merida, we have also all the flamingos that live in Mexico, nest here in Merida. We have also cenotes. The cenotes are underground rivers that are inside caves. Another fun fact is that millions of years ago, when the meteor that killed the dinosaurs hit the Earth, hit here in Merida. So when that meteor hit, all the ground jumped. I don't know how to say it, leaving many holes in the ground. Those holes is what we call like cenotes. Okay. In Merida, we also have the pink lagoons and many towns. Okay, so what's happening also in Cancun? This is Merida. What's happening in Cancun? All of you have heard about Cancun, and all of you have heard about the parties in Cancun. Cancun is like Cancun and Ibiza are the best places to party in the world. But obviously, Cancun is so much more than just party. In Cancun, you will see also Mayan pyramids. The ones in Cancun are not that famous because the capital city of the Maya civilization was in Merida. The biggest pyramids are in Merida. That's why the ones in Cancun are not that popular. But well, we have pyramids over there. This is Isla Mujeres. Isla Mujeres is the best diving spot in the world. All years win as the best diving spot. We also have adventure parks such as Xcaret and Xel-Há that all years win as the best adventure parks in the world. We have also Tulum, that Tulum is a trend, it's a party town that right now is super famous because it's a trend. And we also have cenotes, okay? Because obviously Cancun and Merida, as you can see on this map, Cancun and Merida are one beside the other one. Cancun is the most important city of the state of Quintana Roo, and Merida is the most important city of Yucatan Peninsula. So one is beside the other one. That's why both of them have cenotes. Obviously, when the meteor hit, all the ground of Quintana Roo and Yucatan Peninsula jump, leaving these holes. Okay. Even if you let me, I will share you a fun fact. If I write here in Google, Chicxulub, Chicxulub is the name of the crater that the meteor left. Okay, so Chicxulub is a reserve, a natural reserve that is in Merida. See what is going to happen, and this is Google. This is not part from Ciudad Maderas. If I look for it, you will see a meteor. You see, there's a meteor, and then the screen. See, I will do it again. There's a meteor, you know. So I mean, that's only a fun fact, but that's why Merida is also super important in the history. Okay, not only in Mexico, but in the history of our planet. Then that was who are we. Now I will tell you what we sell. What we sell, as Latoya already said, we are developers. We are land developers, the largest land developer in Mexico, and we like to say that we do resort style investment. You know, I don't know if you have heard before, but or if you have visited us before in Cancun, but the resorts that we have in Cancun are, in my opinion, way better than the resorts that we have here in the US. And I say we because I live here in San Diego. So I will show you, before continuing, I will show you what I mean with a resort style investment. What I'm about to show you is a video of how we deliver our lots, okay? As I already told you, our biggest project is in Cancun. In Cancun, our project has 32,000 lots, and the size of our project has around 3,000 acres. Okay, so it's massive. It's the biggest project or the biggest development in the entire city from all the brands. So what you're about to say is how we deliver our lots. So all our projects have a main gates. It's a double gated community. So those are the main gates of our communities. This is not a 3D video or a virtual tour. This is actually a real footage taken by a drone. Okay, so we have the main gates, and once that you enter to the main gates, you will see smaller gates such as these ones. These ones are smaller gates that are inside the bigger gates, okay? And these gates separate one stage from another one. Once that you enter to each smaller gate, you will see one of our resorts. This is what we mean when we say resort style investment. We do the entire urban plan, the utilities and the amenities, the water services, the drainage, the electricity, and we also do the resort. If you see over here in this shot, you will see the smaller gates that I showed you at the beginning, but this shot was taken from the inside. So let me show you. This shot is from the outside before entering to this stage, and this shot is taken from the inside. Here is the access that you already saw. You see? So this resort is in the middle of all the lots, all the land lots that we sell. If you see, everything what is beside or around this resort is dirt, like this. Those are the lots. That's why you see all of it clean and plain and flat. Okay, so one client may want this lot over here. Another one may want the one that is in the back. Okay, so this is what we mean with resort style investment. We flip the land and we build the resort for you to use it. Okay, so going back to our presentation, we have two kind of lots. If that shot that you saw in the video, I divided per lot, you will see something like this. Okay, and we have two kind of lots. The residential ones, the permit for the residential ones is to build houses. Okay, this is a real picture of a residential lot. The smaller residential lots that we have has around 1,200 square feet. That's the smaller one, but we have many sizes. We have of 1,200 square feet, 300, 400, 500, 600, 2 acres if you want, okay? And for the ones that may think, oh, 1,200 square feet is super small, what kind of house can I build in the top of it? This is a real example. This is a real house that was built from one of our clients in the smaller lot. Okay, this is a real picture. Then we have residential lots and we have commercial lots. The commercial lots, truthfully speaking, there are mixed-use lots. We call them commercial, but the permit is mixed use. That means that you can build apartments, condos, houses, or you can build offices, Target, schools, Walgreens, CVS, gas stations, restaurants, whatever. Okay? Those are real pictures of investors that build businesses in the top of our commercial land. The picture of the left is a football soccer school that obviously that client bought to us like, I don't know, maybe around 4 acres to build the entire school. If you see here, they built 3 football courts. So this piece of land is massive. And the picture that you are watching at the right is another school that another one of the investors that bought the lot to us built in the top of it. The smaller commercial use lot that we have has around 18,000 square feet. So, Carlos, why the smaller residential lot has 1,200 square feet and the smaller commercial lot has 18,000 square feet? That's easy because in the commercial use, you will need parking spaces. So it doesn't matter if you build houses, if you build a Walmart, a CVS, a Target, or whatever, you also will need parking spaces. That's why the commercial use lots are super big. Then I already told you who we are, I already told you what we sell, and I will tell you how we do it. This is super important, and this is where the magic happens. We are the only company that have in Mexico and in the US 20 years of owner financing. We are the only company in the US and in Mexico that can give 20 years of owner financing to the people that buy the land with us. Truthfully speaking, it's like if we are half a land bank and half a developer. So when you buy your piece of land, you are buying it to our half developer. And the half bank is the one that will finance to you the lot. This is super important because I don't know if you already know this, but in the US, if you want to acquire a piece of land, the bank will never give you a loan or will never give you money to buy the land if you don't want to build. The bank will give you the money if you are going to build on it. You know, because the guarantee of the construction is the land. But the land is the first stage of any real estate property in the entire world. The first of it is the land. Okay, so that's why the banks don't like to give money for people that only want to buy the land because they cannot give to the bank any other guarantee. In our case, we give 20 years of owner finance. That means that it doesn't matter if you are, we will not check your background credit, your background check. We will give you the 20 years. We will give the 20 years to all the people. Okay. So we deliver in 3 stages. Okay. The stage number 1 is today. Today, after we end this Zoom call, what will happen today? You will need to choose the location of your lot. Because as you know, in land, everything is about the location. All the people want a corner. All the people want close to the swimming pool. All the people want on a private space. You know, so the important stuff about the land is that almost all the people want the same. And obviously, the one that will win the best location is the one that reserved the lot first. Okay, so today you will choose a location. But how it looks? Today it looks like this. This is a real picture of our development of Merida. This picture was taken 1 year ago. Obviously, we took an airplane to take this picture. Everything that you are watching over here is how the construction of Merida was going 1 year ago. So what will happen today? If you want on the stage that is already built, you will not find nothing available there because we already sell it 3 to 4 years ago. So the spaces that we have available for you are over here in the green areas. The people with us invest in pre-sale. Okay, why? Because we sell much more faster than we build. So I already sold maybe 3 or 4 stages in front of what you are watching here in construction. So the construction will arrive in 3 years. I will deliver the lot to you in 3 years. Okay, so today you will see the blueprints, the plans. You will see the plans to choose the best location of your lot. And what will happen? Truthfully, today is like if you are reserving a lot or blocking a lot over here, where is nothing there today. But it's like if a genie tells you, invest over here because it's super cheap, because there's nothing there. And in 3 years, magically, your lot will appear in the middle of an entire city. Why? Because I am the developer of that entire city. But today, you are buying over here. But in permits and in plans, my city already covers the place where your lot is. We only need to wait for me to build it, okay? And I take 3 years. So today you will choose the location in the plans, okay? At the end of this talk, I will let you with Latoya, who is going to explain to you how you reserve the lots, okay? But this is important. The idea is that after finishing with this Zoom, you can talk with Latoya in order to reserve your location. Once that you reserve your space, she will let me know and I will block the location for you. I will disappear that location from the availability list. Okay, and it will be all yours. Okay, so today in stage 1, you will choose the plan, the lot. Okay, the second stage will happen in 3 years. In 3 years, I will deliver to you the stage where your lot is. What is a stage? Is something like this. In the first stage of this way of choosing your plot of land, in the first stage, let's say that you chose this space over here, this square over here. The construction is not there already, but the permits are. So you already chose this lot over here. And in 3 years, it will look like this. This is the lot that you chose. The streets will appear. Your resort, your private resort will appear. Your private gates will appear. Okay, that's why I take 3 years, because I take 3 years to convert the piece of land where there is nothing there to a piece of land that have water services, drainage, electricity, streets, all of those. Okay, so that will happen in 3 years. And finally, the last stage will happen in between 6 and 8 years, depending of the size of our project. Obviously, the projects that I already told you that has around 4,000 lots, those projects we finish it in 6 years. But the biggest projects that we have, the ones that have 32,000 lots, we finish them maybe in 8, 10 years. It doesn't matter because I will deliver your lot, your stage in 3. But I need to keep building the rest of the 32,000 lots, okay? So between 6 and 8 years, I will deliver the entire community. The entire community will appear. What does that mean? All the stages will be finished. Those are real pictures of projects of me that are already finished. Everything what you are watching on the picture is what the entire city. As you see, there are already many houses over there, and in some spaces you still watching empty lots. Why? Because some people invest only in land. They don't want to build anything. And some people invest because they want to build an Airbnb, their vacation home, or maybe the retirement home. We don't know. Some people want to build on the lot, and some people will never build on the lot. So, to finish, we have 3 kind of opportunities going on here, okay? The first opportunity is that you can buy your lot and you can build by yourself. These are real pictures of real houses that were built for our clients in our developments, in our projects. The houses that you are watching at the bottom were built in more or less the smaller lots. in more or less one lot of 1,200 square feet. The houses that you see in the middle were built in lots that are in medium lots that are around 2,000 square feet. And the houses that you are watching at the top are big houses that were built in big lots that has around 3,000 square feet. Okay, what happened here? You buy your lot, you have 20 years to pay it, and in one point, if you want to build on it, we can give you a list of providers. We are going to give you a list of constructors, architects, and builders that you may use and negotiate with them to build your own house. Okay, this is one option that you buy and you build by yourself. The second option that we have, and this is super important and is new, is that imagine how big is our company, that we are the only company that the bank is HSBC. That bank, that is a worldwide bank, that bank will finance your house without, it doesn't matter if your lot is under another finance. That's impossible that you can get it in other place. It's just because the bank knows that we are a trustable company. So the bank will say to you, okay, client, if you want me to finance your house, you will choose between these four prototypes, and I will give you a 20 years of finance of your house, and I will deliver it to you in 8 months. Okay, so the first case is if you have the money to build by yourself. And in the second case, maybe you don't have the money to build by yourself and you may use the bank, and the bank will finance the construction of your house in the top of the lot that we are already financing. This is super, super, super important because we are the only company that have this kind of partnership with a bank. And the third and last option of our clients is that they want to invest in land only as an investment. If the third option is for the people that will never build on their lot. They only want the lot, keep it empty, and win the equity of the lot, and in the future they will resell it and win the equity of their lot. Okay, so I will make an exercise for you. Let's say that today, if you don't want to build anything, for example, let's say that you chose your lot today with the plans. Remember, first of all, you need to give to Latoya the reserve payment. Latoya, after that, will give me the instructions and I will reserve the lot for you, the one that you prefer. Okay, so let's do an exercise. If this lot have a total price of 38 grand, that means that we will sign a contract after you reserve your lot. We will sign a contract that will say that you have 20 years to complete 38 grand. Okay, so as I'm giving you 20 years to complete your 38 grand, that is the total price of your lot, that means that you will pay $150 per month. That's the magic with us, that the monthly payment is super affordable. $150 is what we spend in Starbucks over here in San Diego per month. You know, so the idea is that you are acquiring a piece of land in the Caribbean, in Cancun, with a private resort, with a private beach club for $150 per month, using this example. Remember, we can have lots of $200 per month, $300 per month, $400 per month, whatever you prefer, okay? But in this example, I'm using $150 per month, okay? So today, you chose your lot, we sign a contract, and you start paying your $150 per month. That will happen today. So in our second stage, in 3 years, as we already saw, in 3 years, you already have paid around $5,400. Why? Easy, because you already paid $150 for 3 years are $5,400. So imagine this, as after 3 years, you have paid to us $5,000 from a debt that you owe of 38 grand. So it's not even 1/4 of what you owe, and already 3 years have passed. But what will happen with the equity? In 3 years, obviously, the lot that you signed 3 years before of 38 grand will not cost 38 grand. Why? Because you bought this lot today when there wasn't nothing there. And in 3 years, now is something there. It's a stage with a private resort and a private gates and streets. So in 3 years, the equity is super high. So this is a real exercise. This is a real exercise with numbers that we already accomplished in the last 6 years. So that means that using this example, if you buy to us a lot of 38 grand, after 3 years, your lot already costs 60 grand. So if you sell your lot in 3 years without finish paying it, you only gave $5,400 and you can win $22,000 because your lot already acquired equity. Obviously, as big as the lot is, you will win more money because you will have more square meters that are gaining equity. I'm using this example with this kind of lot only as an example. This is one example of the smaller lots. That's why I'm using this example, okay? So after between 6 and 8 years, as we already said, your lot keep winning equity, and in 6 years, the lot that you sign in the contract that you will pay 38 grand, after 6 years already cost 121 grand. And you still having, because already 6 years have passed, you're still having 14 years to finish paying your lot. In the 6th year, you already pay 19 grand. Imagine, in 6 years, after the year 6, you already accomplished the half of what you owe to me that you signed 6 years ago. But guess what? If you want to sell your lot in the 6th year, you pay to Ciudad Maderas 19 grand, and you can sell it in 121 grand. That's the magic with us, because we never finish, we never end constructing our developments because they are so massive. So this is important because that means that you will never stop winning the 53% of equity. Why 53%? Because it's the equity that we all the time achieve. In the last 6 years, we achieved an average of 53% per year. And that's not all the magic. The magic happens also here. I don't know if you have heard before, but there's a bullet train already working in Mexico. The first bullet train of Mexico took place last December 16th. And it's operational today. Those are the stops. Each circle that you are watching is a stop of the bullet train. And talking about our 2 cities, this point that you are watching here is where our development of Cancun is. That is super close to the first Mayan train stop from Cancun. And this other point that you are watching, this other marker that you are watching over here, is marking the private beach club of Cancun. From the project to the private beach are 40 minutes away. But it's private, it's your private beach club, okay? So in Merida is the same. You have Merida close to a stop of the Mayan train, and you have the beach club. The difference is that in Merida, the beach club is only 8 minutes away. And in Cancun is 40 minutes away. Why? Only because Cancun is a way bigger city than Merida. And what's important, why the Mayan train is important in terms of investment? Because remember the exercise that we did with the 53%? Well, to that 53%, you should add the equity of the Mayan train. The government says that all the properties that are in this road will win 20% of equity. Truthfully, for me, that's too much. I don't trust on the government. I don't think that you will win 28% more. But something is there. The truth is that a bullet train is already there. I have seen it many times. So if you don't trust in the government, such as me, that you will win 20% of equity, maybe you will win 10, maybe 8, maybe 5. It doesn't matter, but you will win something. So to the 53% of equity that you already acquired in Ciudad Maderas, you should add what you believe that is better in terms of investment with the Mayan train. If you trust in the government, you will have 53% of equity and you will add 20, so you will have 73% of equity. If you don't trust in the government, such as me, you have 53% of equity, and maybe I say that, I guess that maybe you will win 8% of equity for saying something. So that means that you will have your 53% and you will add 8%, so you have 61% of equity. Okay? So guys, this is how Ciudad Maderas works. So remember, just as a resume, I will deliver the lot to you in 3 years. Once that I deliver the lot to you, you can build on your lot, even if you haven't finished paying it. You can build on your lot and you can rent an Airbnb, and with one night that you rent it, you will pay the monthly payment of your lot, and you can win the money of the other 28 nights of the month. So once that I deliver the lot to you, you can build on it. Okay? So the second is that you can have your lot, and when you wish, you can do a cash out. You will say, Ciudad Maderas, let's say in 5 years, Ciudad Maderas, can you tell me how much equity I already obtained in the last 5 years? And I will tell you that amount, and you will sell your lot in that amount, even if you haven't finished paying your lot. Okay? So you can buy the lot as an investment and pay and get your piece of land in Cancun with your private beach, with your private resort, giving around $200 per month. Or you can buy your lot and build your Airbnb, or build your home, or build your vacation home, or build your retirement home, or only you can buy 5 lots or 6 lots only as an investment. Okay, so guys, this is how Ciudad Maderas works. So now I hear you. We can give like around like 5 minutes of questions if you don't have, if you have one, and I mean I can be another like 5 minutes in order to answer you all the questions that you have. Have someone of you want to ask me something?
All right, guys, ask your questions if you have them right now, because we don't get to catch Carlos often.
Carlos, can we build pools on our property?
Yes, yeah, you can build pools on your property. Obviously, to build your pool, you will need a bigger lot, right? But yeah, you can. We have some rules. We have some architectural rules that the people need to respect, but those rules are more from the front view of the house, you know, because it's what your neighbors will see. They will not see the swimming pool that is in the back. They will see the front view of your house. So these kind of rules, we have it to maintain the equity, because it's the way that I can force all the people to build something pretty. But yeah, talking about what is in the back or beside the front view of your house, you can do whatever you wish. You can sleep on a sleeping bag if you want, you know? You can build a swimming pool if you want. Yeah, that's you can do that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Another question, guys?
You guys don't have any other questions? Oh, wow. It means you did a really good job.
That's yeah,
I
yeah,
actually have a question.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. Do
Yeah.
you provide 20-year financing just on the land or on the home as well?
That's a good question. We provided 20 years finance in the land, but when you decide that you want to build a house on it and you want to use the bank, in that moment, the bank will give you 20 years to finance your house. So let's say, if I give you 20 years and you already paid to Ciudad Maderas 4 years of your lot, and you want to build, the bank will start other 20 years. So it's like if you have 24 years.
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good, good. Thank you. Thank you. So nobody wants to know how much it costs to reserve a lot? No.
I mean,
I saw the payments next to the homes, but I wasn't sure if that was the actual payments of the homes, or is that reservation? And is there a deposit, or how does that start?
No, those prices were from is what the bank will charge you to build the house. So obviously the reserve payment is not that one. Obviously, is so much smaller. That are just the costs that the bank will charge for the entire house. So guys, I mean, if you don't have more questions, what's the next step? Because I know that maybe some of you maybe need to talk like with the wife, with the husband or the sons or whatever. So the idea is this. We are doing these Zoom meetings because we launch one stage per month. Okay, so we launch one stage per month per city. So in these Zooms, the developer approved to Latoya and Tameka to do this kind of Zoom meetings to open to their clients the option to know to see this new stage between the general public. The rest of the public will see it this Friday. So what we do that this Friday, the newest stage in Cancun and in Merida will be released for the rest of the people. And let's say like this Zoom is kind of a friends and family. That's what we do like a developer, you know. So the idea of you guys is that maybe if you don't have a question right now, or maybe you are just ashamed to ask it. So don't worry, you can ask it to Latoya and she will ask to me. She knows how the reserve payment works. They, as our ambassadors and partnership and representatives over there, are the ones that need to give me the evidence for me to block a lot, you know. So if you guys want to know numbers, if you guys want to do an exercise of how much a big lot will cost, or a small lot will cost, or a medium lot will cost, or if you know to know something about monthly payments, don't hesitate to ask her. She knows everything already. She has been working with us a few only. I mean, since what, maybe like more than 1 year. So they help us open the market in the US, so they know exactly what they are doing. So and if they don't, they will ask to me. So Latoya, thank you for inviting me, guys. Remember, we have until this Friday. I mean, if you want to enter to the waiting list before the other people, right? If
Right.
you don't care, you have until December if you like, you know. But the idea is that reserve payment is because you will win a better location, and all the people want the same locations in land,
Right.
because what is in land, the only thing that matters is the location. Okay, so guys, Latoya, thank you for inviting me. If you have
Thank
any
you
other question
so
that you
much.
cannot like answer, just text me. And if you want, I will leave you, and in order for you to explain them how to reserve the lots and all of those, and you know that I only need like the reserve payment in order to block the lot. Okay.
Right. And one quick question for you, Carlos, before you go. Are you going to be at the Beyond Borders tour in Miami on the 30th of this month?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I will
great.
be there. I will arrive the 25th.
Okay.
Because I need to keep looking at the offices and sign the contracts and all of those. So yeah, we will meet you. I will meet you there.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you so much, Carlos,
Okay.
for taking the time out to do this presentation with me today, and also for all of our clients and current ISAs who were inquiring or had clients asking about the Mexico opportunities. So thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
I will see you in a couple of weeks.
All right, sounds good. Thank you,
Bye bye.
Carlos.
Bye guys. Thank you for everything.
Oh, hold on, don't. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, I just wanted to make sure he didn't end the whole meeting for you guys. All right, awesome. So before we go, I know we've already taken practically the whole hour. Normally we do the how to buy presentation, but to be respectful of you all's time, I will not go through that tonight. But I do want to invite you to the Beyond Borders tour. If you're going to be in the Miami area or want to be in the Miami area, you can attend the Beyond Borders tour. That is happening April 30th, and you'll be able to meet Carlos in person and ask questions. If you want to ask more privately, if you have any questions that you'd like to ask me privately as well, you can feel free to reach out to me or to the ISA that invited you. Here is, hey, Kiki. I am putting my email in the chat for anyone who may need that. Or like I said, you can get back with the ISA that invited you to ask any questions, and I'll definitely help them out and get those answered for you. I see we have a hand raised. Go ahead, Real Estate International.
Hi, Latoya, it's LaDeja.
Oh, hi, LaDeja. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. What's your question?
I'm so glad I made this meeting. That was so much information. Like, oh my God, I really enjoyed that.
Okay.
I love when we have special guests.
Yes, me
I
too.
I just had a quick question on
Sure.
did we have what is the deadline for the Teach at the Beach in September 4th? Did we have to register this month?
The early bird pricing ends on the 30th.
Okay, because when you just said April 30th, I knew that date rang a bell, so I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, we're having a
Okay.
Beyond Borders tour. There's actually 2 Beyond Borders tours happening in Florida this month. There is one. Oh, actually, no, that one happened already. Sorry. So the Palm Beach one was this past weekend, and then we have the Miami one coming up on April 30th. What LaDeja is talking about is our annual conference, which is Teach at the Beach. If any of you guys have heard of it or have not heard of it, definitely the conference to be at if you want to elevate your business or elevate your real estate portfolio. It's just, I don't know, it goes without words. I can't even really describe how great of a conference this is. I've been in real estate now for 19 years, and hands down, best conference I've ever been to for business and or for real estate. So we have a great lineup of speakers this year. It's happening September the 4th through the 8th, and that is going to be located in Cancun. Carlos will be there as well as the rest of his team. They will be doing the grand opening for the Cancun project at our event at Teach at the Beach. So if you can be a part of it, it'll be great. The early bird pricing for Teach at the Beach does end on April 30th. If you purchase now, you get a free child ticket if you have a child that you would like to bring along with you for the Young CEO Conference. I believe, are you here? I don't see her. Okay. So I just wanted to let you guys know about that. I can put that link in the chat as well. Let's see. Where's the Teach at the Beach one?
I got you. I'll do it.
Thank you. I'm like, it's over here somewhere. Oh, I found it. It's right next to the
Okay.
tab. You got it? Did you still get it though?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Shay. So Shay has posted the Teach at the Beach link in there so you guys can check out that program and see what that's about. There are payment arrangements available. I know Alicia, she is one of our instructors for the Young CEO conference portion, correct? Is that right, Alicia? Is she still here? I don't see her on. But yeah, definitely I say check it out. If you want to know more, we'll actually have property tours happening during Teach at the Beach as well. We'll go look at the Cancun and Merida projects. And yeah, it's going to be great. So check it out. I see we have another hand raised. Devontae, what's up?
Go ahead. Hey,
Hey.
I'm doing 10,000 things. I did have a question on, so are we doing payment plans for the sponsorships as well, or just for tickets?
You know, that's a good question. I don't know about for the sponsorships, but I know for the tickets for sure.
Is there
But
a way to do the click to call from here?
Yeah, so when do we have a hard date on when sponsorships are due? Because I'm probably gonna make it. I'm gonna pull the trigger on when I come down to the Beyond Borders on the 30th. So I'll be in Miami.
Okay.
I'm just trying to decide if I want to do platinum, but that's why I was talking to you about, what
Gotcha.
presentation I'm gonna do. So if I can't do it, then I'll just downgrade and then, we'll kind of figure it out from there.
Okay, yeah, I will ask. I'll ask Tameka what the sponsorship part looks like and when those are due. Also, anybody interested in crypto, learning how to put real estate in the blockchain, we have a special certification course for that, and that's also happening at Teach at the Beach, but it's going to be on the 3rd of September.
Okay, and then I do have a question on that. So for the crypto class, if you do the sponsorships, you still have to purchase the other courses certifications separately, right?
For the certification, probably.
Okay, and then
I'll double check that.
yeah. Okay, so like, let's say if I want to do, because I'm thinking on my team, I know I got at least one that wants to do the crypto class.
Mhm.
I know there's one that's going to do the young CEOs. So then if we do that, we can do the payment plan on that, and then we can handle the sponsorship separately. So that would be like kind of what I'm looking at.
Okay, perfect. And then also, did I mention that we do have the group tickets too? Devontae, did you see that? If you have at least 4 people, each person gets
I did.
$12
Yeah,
off.
I did see that when I talked to Tameka
Okay.
the other night. Because we talk at 3:00 in the morning. So
I know.
So I asked her how many tickets come with the sponsorships first, and so I was waiting to hear back on that.
Okay.
Because right now the tentative head count is like maybe 13 on my team.
Got it.
Yeah, so we'll see. But I told everybody you have to have your passport and all of your stuff, and you're ready to go by the 30th, because I'm gonna make a move on the 30th, because I've done this is the 5th or 6th year Teach at the Beach.
Well, for
I
me,
think we only
my 5th year.
So I've been there since the
right?
So I've been around since the beginning, for anybody that doesn't know. So take advantage of that payment plan. Take advantage of the because I'm telling you, the price go just like with the development, the price goes up the longer you wait. So
It
and
sure
if you're trying
does.
to wait on people that don't have passports and all that other stuff, then you can't go. We'll see you next year. We'll be here. We'll be in another country, but we'll be here.
That's right. Thank you for that, Devontae. That's what I say too. It's like, hey, you better get in when you can, right? Because it's gonna sell out, or prices are gonna go up. Definitely, I believe this is the first year having a payment plan, right? I don't think we've had a payment plan before, so this is definitely something new you want to take advantage of. If you want to just lock in your spot, $100 deposit, and you'll get your payment plan, and you'll be good to go.
And some of y'all folks know y'all got a credit card that y'all ain't using. Go ahead and pull out that American Express Business Platinum, because I just got approved for that. I'm like, okay, here we go. We talking business now.
You are so funny. Oh, wow. All right, guys. Well, my email is in the chat. The links to the Beyond Borders tour and also to Teach at the Beach are also in the chat. Make sure you grab those. Take a look at that. If you have any questions or want to know more about personal experiences from Teach at the Beach, I'm sure anybody you can find around will be happy to tell you about it or talk to you about it. I'm always happy to talk about Teach at the Beach and what's the great things that happen there, the networking, and just coming out with friends. Like I was telling my kids the other day, all my new best friends, none of y'all live where I live. All you guys are everywhere else, y'all, East Coast, Midwest, down south, but not really anybody over here on the West Coast with me. So you definitely get to build some very strong bonds when attending Teach at the Beach. So all right, awesome. Are there any other last minute questions? The reserve payment. Oh, I probably should tell you guys. Okay, to reserve your lot for Mexico, for either Cancun or Merida. Merida is selling out pretty much. I believe they're going to be sold out by summer. They're estimating. But Cancun, of course, we still have a lot more lots to sell there. You can reserve your lot in either Cancun or Merida for as little as $500. It's actually $500 to reserve residential. You're looking at somewhere around $2,500 to $3,000 to reserve for commercial, if you're looking for a commercial lot. And then, of course, you see how low those monthly payments can be. The total down payment is 10% of whatever your total lot price is. So, you know, with the $38,000 example, your down payment is $3,800. You'll pay $500 to reserve it, which is like your earnest money deposit. And then you'll pay the remaining balance of that when you sign your contract, and then you'll start your monthly payments for the 20 years. And also, I don't think Carlos mentioned that the first 36 months of your payments is interest-free. So that's definitely another incentive. And then after that, it goes to 1%. And then after the first 10 years is complete, from years 11 to year 20, it goes up to 1.25%. So, all right. That's all I have. If you guys are interested, want to get started, get back with the ISA that invited you, or reach out to me. I'll help you get started. If you have more questions or need a little bit more detail, feel free to contact me, and I'm willing to help. So thank
Hey,
you.
Latoya.
Oh, hey,
One
Shalina.
quick question, Shalina. Hey, is the Teach at the Beach going to be at the Palace? There's 2 hotels on the website. The
Yes, that the Moon.
Moon Palace or the Grand?
As far as I know, I believe it's going to be in the Moon Palace portion of it, because I think the
Okay.
Grand isn't that the adult only side? Keisha, look, she's on the committee. Keisha, is the actual conference happening in the Moon or the Grand? Do you know? Okay. Keisha acting like she don't hear me.
Sorry, no. It's at the Moon.
Is that the Moon
Okay.
Palace portion? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So I hope to see as many of y'all as possible at Teach at the Beach or some other event that we may have. Look forward to helping you all on your international investment journey. And thank you all again for attending and for taking the time out to listen. Feel free to reach out to me if you need anything. Y'all have a good night. Go have some dinner, get some rest, whatever it is that you're going to do at this time. And we'll see you all soon. If you're interested in learning how to become an ISA with no real estate license required, feel free to check us out here Thursday. We will be telling you all about how to become an international sales agent. No license required. You don't have to have a license. You don't have to ever get a license. And you can sell international real estate right along with us. So if you want that information, also email me and I can send you the link for that. All right. See you all later. Good night.
Thank you, Latoya. Good
You're
night.
welcome, Deja. Good night,
Thank
guys.
you.